GameyDaddy.
Hello everyone, this is Emmond with GameyDaddy and I'm here with another video from Tom Clancy's The Division 2. So, I'm bringing this video in light of what I've just seen to the community. And what is it that I've just seen? Well, I was watching this interview with GameyDaddy. You should know who he is. He's one of the lead developers, if not the lead designer of Tom Clancy's The Division 2. And in this interview, he mentioned something regarding free DLC, custom characters, and a few things. But the most important highlight of this interview was what he said about the Darkzone. So I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say, according to him, he said the Darkzone is coming better because this is a signature part of the Division. Even I, as a PvE player, I went into the Darkzone to engage in the PvE aspect. It wasn't necessarily that I hated the Darkzone, it was just that I didn't like the PvP section of it. So the Darkzone was a PvP VE environment, multi-interactive environment. And so he said, we've had 2 years, the Darkzone is coming with 2 years of learning and experience. And so we're going to get a better Darkzone. Ladies and gentlemen, in my mind, this Darkzone is probably going to be a very interactive, dynamic environment, and I would even jump in to say there'll probably be a PvP and PvE side of the Darkzone. Now, how would both PvE and PvP Darkzones interact with the player? Well, that's left up to the developers to actually wow us. But I can't imagine not doing or applying this concept where players can engage in the Darkzone in both paradigms. So in all essence, if the Darkzone is probably going to be a loot-based farming sandbox of some kind, then it's only natural that players are able to either interact with other players or either to interact with the environment as well. And so what I think is coming with this new Darkzone is that PvP PvE side and a very different sandbox. I mean, you're talking extractions are probably going to be, maybe much more difficult to, carry out, or maybe it's just going to be a whole different paradigm. Maybe there's going to be a faction that actually controls the Darkzone that players are going to be forced to deal with every time that they need to take loot out of the Darkzone. Or even as Marco put in one of his videos today regarding the map size, he said the way he looked at the map, he thinks that the Darkzone is probably going to be in the middle of two different sections of the main map, and so it's probably going to force players or funnel players to go through the Darkzone as part of their progression. So we're yet to see how that actually works. Another thing that would just be a nice complimentary addition to this video is the fact that the DLCs are going to be free. So according to Julian, he said every 3 months there's going to be free content with new story missions, new activities, and new things for players to be able to do within the game. Guys and girls, this is good news, because if you look at Division 1, the way, and according to him, the way he saw it, he said, we did Underground and we did Survival and we did Last Stand, but those 3, little packages were all behind a paywall, and so there was a split in the community, and he's right. And Massive has realized where they failed, and now they want to win in those areas, because that's how you do it. You find out where you made mistakes and where you failed, and then you pick up and then you do something new and make a better product. And guys and girls, I'm telling you, if EA, Bungie, Activision, all these companies don't take notes, and I've been saying this for about a year and a half, that these companies need to learn how you actually deal with a community of gamers. If they don't want to learn, then they're still trying to force their own paradigm on people. EA especially is guilty of wanting to change the way gamers actually interact with games. It's not like gamers don't want value. It's not like gamers don't want what's going on or want that segment of gaming that EA makes. It's just that EA wants to force that kind of gaming on people. And it's not happening. The little children that played the video games are now the 30 something year olds. They're now the 40 something year olds. They are grown adults and can make decisions by themselves. You're not going to force money out of their wallets or try to cheat them. It's going to keep backfiring on companies who keep trying those shady, underhanded practices. They need to follow suit. It's not like they're giving us some kind of free product. This is what games should look like. So if the Division comes out as a title and it's charged at like $70-$60 for the for the base price, then it should be worth it if there's going to be addition of much more content as the game's life cycle goes on. So that's pretty much one of the things that I think is coming, and I think is going to be really exciting for this game. Another thing was the custom characters that he spoke about, which is one of the designers actually spoke about this, and this is pretty much setting your character apart as you're leveling up. So as you're leveling up, you're going to be seeing your character actually transform in the the amount of gear items that they're carrying and the style of gear items that they're carrying. I think there's probably going to be gear sets as you're going. I don't know how this is going to be implemented, but whatever. I'm just waiting for the game to come out right now, and I'm really excited about it. So looking forward to your comments. Let me hear what you guys think about the new Darkzone, and you know how this old Darkzone is probably going to be just a big write-off, because honestly it's a mess. So thank you very much for listening and watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really goes a long way, and I appreciate your audience, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Peace.